Sun Valley Arts Festival 2023. This is really a spectacularly beautiful place for an art show on our last day. And I'm going to walk over and see my very good neighbors. Here we go. In the printmaking category, we have Allison and Jonathan Metzger from Des Moines, Iowa. Okay, you guys. Good to see you. And Pippin. I forgot. We're only going to have the phone microphone because I don't have 3 microphones, and it's so great to have a pair of you to interview. Yeah. So we'll see how this works out. I'll try to stay close. First of all, let's get Pippin out of the way. We've already seen Pippin.
Pippin will go down.
I didn't mean literally. No. We already made the introduction to Pippin. So you're from Des Moines, Iowa, but originally both of you are Minnesota kids.
We are. Yep, we're both from Minnesota. Allie grew up in she grew up in Duluth, Minnesota.
Okay.
I almost said Superior, Wisconsin. That's right next door. And I grew up near Winona, Minnesota.
Okay, great. Yep. So both on the east side of the state, and I'm anchoring the west. Perfect. So we got it kind of covered.
Exactly.
So the natural next question is, what slid you down to Des Moines?
Do you want to?
Yeah, okay.
So we met in graduate school in Lawrence, Kansas.
Right.
And so going back north to visit family during breaks, Des Moines was kind of a good halfway point. And that we kind of fell in love with it. It was a small Midwestern city, and
it has as much as you need.
Has what we need. Affordable, good, really good art scene, music scene.
Yeah. And so how long has it been?
We've been living there 4 years now, I think.
Okay.
4 years. So relatively.
So about 5. A quarter of your lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, we're 16.
That's the way you look. It's all relative. You children out here.
Yeah.
But your work does not look childish in the least bit. It is,
thank you.
It's really great. Now, I want to, so these are, it looks to me like, particularly some of your new work, some of your bigger work, it's not just screen printing, but it's also some mono print type things going on?
Yeah. So with traditional printmaking, you're always limited by the facilities and the equipment that you have. And we realized that we just wanted to expand the size without having to reinvest and just have tons of huge equipment that we probably wouldn't use all the time. So what we're doing is we're actually pulling monotypes, which are one of a kind silk screens, onto paper, and then we're cutting them up almost as a jigsaw or a quilt.
So then you're kind of putting them together as a collage? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. And Allie, well, you have a background in...
Yeah, I have a background in textiles, so the kind of quilt piecing, if you will.
So that's not a huge leap.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so it kind of, our backgrounds made sense, and it is nice to have bigger work in the booth to show what we can do.
Well, and that is interesting that you should say that, because when you first came onto my radar, it was just a few years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
3-4 years ago, I don't remember. But it was more, these were some of your bigger pieces over here.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that was about the extent of it.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, with your new techniques, you're claiming some more real estate here.
And it was really nice within silkscreen. You know, I have a background in printmaking. Allison has a background in fibers and textiles. But honestly, we came to silkscreen, and we both don't have any actual foundational, like formal education.
Training.
So we came to that process kind of at the same level.
Yeah.
Which I think as a collaborative couple, that really helped a lot, because we were kind of discovering things and learning things as we were going. We didn't have, this battle of egos. Well, I know what's going on, and we came to it kind of both heads. We like to think of ourselves as like, you think of musicians, a group, a band, where they come together and they make something that they couldn't make individually.
Sure.
Where two heads are better than one.
You're kind of making stuff up too, so it's fresh.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Taking a lot of techniques from our formal training backgrounds and making it appear that we're using, for example, etching or woodcut within the silk screen
Sure.
process.
And any linoleum cut type things? It doesn't look like it. I mean,
No, it's
just-
all silk screen.
Okay. Okay, or wood cuts, anything like
Yeah,
that. Silk
yeah.
screen and monoprints.
Yeah.
And it seems thematically, clearly a nature theme.
Yes.
A lot of skies, a lot of night skies.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
you're in a right place this weekend for night skies, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Catch him, Idaho.
Yeah.
And we actually have a black light we can show you. So we use a phosphorescent gel medium on our moons and our stars, so they will actually gently glow at night for a few minutes. And that's something that we just kind of discovered and geeked out on, and it's a big part of our portfolio currently. And it's just really fun. We like to play with it.
How are people responding to that?
Oh, I mean, they just get a kick out of it. It brings a smile to their face, and they kind of
So
they
that's
look
kind
at
of
it
the
differently.
The very modest whiz bang factor to your work.
Right.
Kind of.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well everybody, I don't. I mean, I need to find some of that. I love this trout up here where you've got
Right.
perpendicular walls with the thing wrapping around it. Do you find people buying that as a pair typically?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
yeah. We
yes.
sell it as a pair.
Yeah, we
Okay.
sell it as a pair.
Okay.
We've had.
So I can't buy just the tail.
Well, we have
I
had
could.
people that
You
are
could.
just like really want the head or really want the tail, and of course we'll let them do that.
Oh,
but
you're much more flexible than I am.
but yeah, we made it as a pair, and we like it as a diptych because there is so many ways that you can display and hang it. So
Pippin cracks me.
yeah.
Okay, now let's roll it back just a bit
Yeah.
here. How long have you been out on the art show circuit? 5 years?
As far as doing shows, traveling, I would say 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
earnest.
Yeah.
In earnest.
So that's a good
Yeah,
start.
we did a couple little shows in 2016
Just to kind of.
just to test the waters.
Test the
And,
waters.
you know, renting a little easy up and all that kind of thing. And
Because we come from the university kind of academic art world.
Right.
And we just really fell in love with the idea of being able to create our own studio and spend our days and nights making our own work.
Well, and
So
it's
that's the
been
dream.
it's been rewarding and satisfying.
And challenging.
Yeah,
And
All of those things.
we really learned just how amazing and lucky we are to do this during the pandemic, when of course all the shows were canceled. And
Yeah, just when you were getting going.
we were just
we got this
2019.
figured out.
We were just figuring it out. But yeah, and we had to, of course, take
different jobs.
different. You know, Jonathan worked in a warehouse. I worked in an office. And
Oh,
we were
yuck.
miserable, and it was. I mean, it was fine. It paid the bills.
Yeah.
It was fine. But
For us.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, when shows came back, man, did we appreciate them that much more.
Boy, and they came back strong,
Yes.
didn't they?
Yes, they
That
really
was,
did.
and it seems as though that's carrying through. It remains to be seen this weekend. This is a weird show, isn't it? It's a low and slow go.
It's just a relaxed show.
You got to be patient.
And really, I mean, this show, we love this show. It's amazing. Predominantly, it's a vacation show for us. That's
A
what
paid
we.
Let's be
vacation
honest.
It's a
show.
paid
Yes,
vacation
let's be
show for
honest.
us, and
Yeah.
that's fine. You know, we
That's all right.
So,
we need one of those every once in a while.
before we wrap up, the question that has to be asked is, what's your favorite thing about art shows? Why do you do this?
For me, and we can both answer, for me, when I was teaching in the university level, you're really put in this ivory tower as far as you make work that is maybe seen once a year at a university gallery show. You maybe, ship some work at a gallery, but you don't maybe go to the opening, and you don't get people's reaction. Here, within this kind of environment, you get to talk to people, explain the work, you get to see their smiles on their faces, and I feel like we're really making a difference as far as people's education and understanding of art.
There is an educational element. to
Very
this, for
much
sure.
so. We like to call ourselves the printmaker evangelists.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of
So
serious.
it's kind of heady.
I'm kind of an art
Yeah.
crony, that's all I am.
Yeah, evangelists of printmaking.
Right,
So
spreading the gospel of
Yes.
Okay.
making.
Yeah.
All right, Allison, you chime in.
Yeah,
Favorite.
I mean, I absolutely would agree with that. having the ability to interact with just the average person on a weekly basis with our work is thrilling.
I love that connection.
And just in general, making connections with people, whether they purchase or not is beside the point, but having these amazing conversations with people just literally on the street.
Well, that is awesome.
It's
and
amazing.
it has been awesome being your neighbor.
Yeah.
We've been kind of neighbors before, but here we are.
We're truly neighbors.
Let's get our selfie. Get Pippin in here for
Oh yeah,
this.
come here.
I never know how this is going to turn out when I turn the camera around, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. All right. Okay, guys. Are we all here?
I think so.
I
we're all
think
here.
so. Okay, great. This has been terrific.
It's been
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thank
You have a safe trip wherever you go next, and we'll
Absolutely.
see you down the road.
You
Appreciate
too.
You too, Pippin.
Too.